Hi class, my name is Dr. Linda Davis and I'm your professor for English Composition 2. Composition 2 is a class that studies literature and we will engage in critical thinking about literature. So let's start. I want to take you around the course shell and maybe hit a few highlights of the syllabus and some class policies. So when you open up, you're in the announcements page, as you have seen. I tried to give you an attractive looking class, and we'll be going to another LMS in the fall called Canvas. I understand I cannot do my decorating on there, but we'll do what we can. So there's always announcements. So whenever you check in, make sure you check your announcements, which will also be in your emails. I try to email out every single announcement I make. I might miss one, but I try to do that. Under Course Home, you see a lot of links. Here, your to-do list, things that are past due, discussion board grading. So I've got some grading already to do. Calculator and this number, which you should write and tape it up by your computer or something. So if you get locked out of Blackboard or any TCC website, you can call the help desk. If you don't have it written down, you can Google Tarrant County College Help Desk and get the phone number. And then we'll go on over to start here. By the way, this over in the left, call that the contents area. Sometimes I call it the toolbar. It's not really a toolbar, but it kind of gets the message across. So in start here, it's a little introduction about the class, a warning to check your email, and the announcement several times a week. I would at least check at the beginning of the week, in the middle of the week, and at the end of the week, like the weekend maybe. Check your emails. I will always be using the my.tccd.edu email. That is a rule of the school. And so that has already been set down by the TCC policy. So if you are not checking your TCC email, please go in and forward it to whatever email you do check, because this is the primary way I get in touch with students. I would like for you to email me at this address. TCC professors have two emails. I use the my.tccd for students, only students, and some student organizations. So when you email me, it shows up and it's pretty clear. If you email me at the other email, you're emailing me along with the business office and the deans and everybody else. So you might email me and it'll get buried under 20 different emails. So please do email me there. I keep file folders on my emails and I can click and drag them. I prefer, though, to talk to you through Google Chat. I have some instructions in the lesson 0 on how to send me an invitation. It's just frankly easier for you to send me an invitation than for me to type in 100 emails for all my classes and send out these emails. I think my dogs are having a good time. Sorry, I know you probably hear their toenails. The dog door is under my desk, and I love dogs. By the way, I have Dachshunds, so that's something you want to know about me. I love Dachshunds. Get that right. Anyway, so back down to this. A little bit about the class, where to find things, the book. You need the book. We're getting started with the book right now. So there's already readings posted. So hopefully y'all have the book. If you don't have the book, let me know. I'll try to figure out where you can get the reading. My welcome letter, that's Felix. He's no longer with us, but anyway, that's an old picture. Go ahead and read this. There's a disclaimer about language. There are readings sometimes that have, deals with sex, and there's readings sometimes that deals with offensive language. This, by the way, is Woody Guthrie. And there's there'll be a reading in the first week by Richard Wright, and I will tell you that there is some offensive language in there, some racial epithets. If If it's going to cause you any trauma or anything to read it, please let me know. I will give you another reading. But first, I ask students to think about who the writer is. Go research the writer, see what it is Richard Wright's trying to do, what era is he writing. And then also think about what would happen to the American literary canon. How will it look if we took all those works out and didn't teach them because they used some language that was frankly used during the period that the writings are set? Realism. So think about that first, and if you still cannot deal, send me an email and I'll give you an alternate reading. Okay, so over here we have, we'll get to lessons last. We have the syllabuses and the calendar, so you can download the syllabus. Please do read it. You are responsible for referring to everything in the syllabus, so make sure that you read it. The attendance online, you have to log in at least once a week and do one assignment in order to be counted here in the class. So otherwise you will be counted absent. After losing 3 weeks of absences, you might be dropped from the class. I usually email first, and last semester I emailed a student who just never showed up, and then she emailed me back and said, go ahead and drop me. Here's the calendar. I retained the right to make changes. However, last semester I didn't make any changes. I don't see myself doing that, but it could happen, and I do retain that right. You never know what comes up. So we got student resources. There's a lot of links here for you. Graduation, testing, transportation. If you're a veteran in the military, there's a link for that. Technical help. Lots of numbers there you might be interested in. Tech tips for Blackboard. Tutor 24/7. It will direct you to smartthinking.com. It's a website, a tutoring website, and they charge, but not TCC students. TCC pays the fees. So if you stumbled on a part of it that asks you to pay, don't pay. You didn't get in there right. It is a service that TCC covers the cost. So it's a good service. Students loved it. They used it quite a bit in previous classes. Another class that we have now, another tutoring site, is the TCC. We have always had the ability to upload and email papers in for them to look at, but now they have a live tutoring center. It's down here, reading, writing, and speech, and you're at the northeast. So click on that to get to their live tutoring. I would just suggest send every paper assignment, get it done early, send it into one of the 2 tutors, have them look at it before you submit it. You want to turn in the best paper you can. There's where you look at your grades, and then at the end of the semester there's a course evaluation, and I would just ask you to, if you have any complaints, that you offer a suggestion. So if an assignment isn't clear, offer a suggestion, or if I'm not answering emails fast enough, just always write it in a way that is a suggestion that's respectful. Then we're going to go to lessons, and I'm just going to hit these really quickly. You can read through them, and I think they're self-explanatory. I include a checklist in each week's folder. If we ever have a synchronous class, or I will record it, and it will not be mandatory to attend. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. We'll see how the class is going. I'm probably going to record videos instead, except it's not going well. This is like the 12th one, and I was halfway through the last one. It was going great, and the phone rang. Here's the schedule again. First, one of your first assignments is to go in and do an introduction and to insert an image. So we go in here. Skylar's done one. Let's see. There's her. Hi, Skylar. There's a picture of her puppy. I love dogs. And so there's a video on how to insert an image right here. I try to find a lot of videos for you guys to help with the classes. There's the instructions on how to do Google Hangouts, which is right down here at the bottom left. So you see that green light, that means I am logged in. So if you send me a message, where did it go? If you send me a message and I don't answer it, it's because I'm somewhere. I leave my computer logged on. I don't ever log it off. And I've usually got 2 or 3 computers. I got a laptop and I got a Surface Pro, and they might all be logged at the same time. So when I get back to my desk, then I will see your message and I will send you a reply. I like to use Google Hangouts because it keeps all my communication with you in one link. However, if you're sending me an attachment or a link, or I'm sending you an attachment or link, I do use the traditional email since you cannot do that in Hangout. So we go to lesson 1 and we have our first lesson. The overview here includes all the learning outcomes that the Accrediting Association requires from Tarrant County College. And so this explains how the assignments are meeting those requirements. And then we have the checklist with the GIF, is it GAF or GIF? I'm not even sure how to say that. This Allegra Davis here is not me. She is the department chair, and some of these recordings she did. So when you're listening to these recordings, it might say, "Hi, I'm Mrs. Davis," or Miss Davis. And she's recently got married, so I think it still says Davis. I just want you to know that's not me. I don't want to misrepresent myself to you guys or misrepresent somebody else. Little handout reading about fiction. I'm going to try to go ahead and do the MLA citations for our readings each week. So when you write about it, you already have it cited for you. But when you're pulling in other sources, you will be expected to go look up that rule and format it correctly. If it's a website, you don't just post a link in there. That's not how you do it. So there's a rule for that. Then we have our first assignment, which is a journal, other than the discussion where you upload your little biography. It's why we read, with a little quote here from C.S. Lewis, who wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. There's another really good explanation of why we read from J.K. Rowling that I just thought about, and I might go in and add that. So you just click in the journal, and don't attach your paper. Please copy and paste it into, this is how it looks on my side. It's going to look like a blank piece of paper on your side. But please copy and paste your writing into there. If you attach it, it slows down my grading, and oftentimes I get attachments that I cannot open, especially if you're using a Macintosh. If you submit, upload, or send me papers that are from a Macintosh and you don't translate them or export them into a file I can open, then I can't grade it, and I'm going to be emailing you back, and it slows me down tremendously. Okay, so we're going to back out of that. And that's all for the first week. We have reading A and P, and The Man Who Was Almost a Man. Now that's a handout. Did I cite that in the works cited? I did, right there. That's the work I was telling you about by Richard Wright. You might want to go research who Richard Wright is. Read and listen to fiction. So anyway, you have the whole checklist here that you can look through and make sure that you've done everything for the week. So I guess that's it. I guess I actually made it through the whole recording, and I'm going to listen back to it, make sure it's right. I did a whole recording earlier with my new microphone, and I listened back to it and it was full of static. So now I'm using the computer microphone. Y'all have a good day, and I'm excited to have you guys in my class. Bye-bye.